So first things first, put your pride in your pocket and understand that there will be no's, and that's not a reflection on you or your dreams. So I'm an accountant by trade. I am used to kind of before kind of going into the My Fan Park world, I kind of was in corporate, kind of used to managing teams and dealing kind of on a board level, etc. And then all of a sudden you have to go into an entrepreneurial world where you're having to do a whole bunch of stuff, whether it be kind of pitching your company or figuring out how you're kind of going to get AWS sorted and kind of and then having to go and like knock on people's doors, and people who you know and people who have walked a path with you, understand your vision, and they may very well say no to you. So we managed to raise a fair amount of money. We've raised a few $1 million between in the full My Fan Park company, and that has all been through for all purposes friends and family. We have not done a kind of a proper institutional investment as of yet, even though we're in funding at the moment, and we may very well land there. But we've done it all through Safe Notes, which has been very, very useful for us for a few reasons. Number one, when people understand what Safe Notes are, they understand that it's something that, number one, doesn't require a priced round. So you're not having to have conversations about what you're trying to value your dream on, because that always gets really awkward, because people are like, but your dream, that can't be worth that. Are you mad? So we're like, well, let's not kind of have arm wrestles around what the valuation is. Let's agree that you want to come in and we want you in, and let's kind of put mechanisms in place that you get benefits for coming in early, and equally then can kind of get a nice chunk of the pie. So I think first thing is accept that there's going to be no's, and that's not a reflection on you. Don't take it personally, because if you're going to take it personally, it's going to break your spirits. Equally, take on feedback. Like when people are saying no, ask why. Like if it's just, this is not in my remit, or it's not for me, like that's fine. But if it is because you said something, or because you were confused about what you were doing, or like whatever it might be, like all of the feedback is so worthwhile, because what we found is it was that first yes, that's, as everyone will say, it's the first yes that's the most difficult one. And when you've got that yes, you've got someone that's backing you, and that makes the world of a difference. So yeah, don't take the no's personally, and just keep going. Like perseverance 100% pays off, 100%. And these are dark days, like being an entrepreneur, going through raising, going through growth. Like I'll say, and I'm so fortunate to have kind of quite a close-knit entrepreneurial network. Like obviously half my team is out of the States, and many of whom have done, this isn't their first rodeo. Equally, I've got a bunch of mates and even family members in the tech space that are in South Africa as well as in the UK. And what's so awesome is just to kind of be able to speak to them. And you don't need to be like everything's roses all the time, because if you say that, people know you're lying. It's not. You have days that are the darkest days of your life, and then you can kind of have days that you're thinking, my goodness, like I'm about to take over the world. Actually, one of my friends in the UK who had a really, really, really successful exit, and he said even just before like they were signing, he literally was walking from his house to the train station, and he kind of went through like the roller coaster of like, this is being an entrepreneur, being in this business is the best decision of my life, to like, should I actually just give up and go back to corporate? Like he literally went through those emotions close to an exit between walking to his house and the train station. And I was like, that's such a good, like it is a total roller coaster, and perseverance is the only thing that will get you through this, through the darkest days, and equally through kind of the highest highs, because the highest highs can sometimes be like you're so working on that adrenaline that sometimes you think you're a little bit invincible, and that's a dangerous space to play in, because just as you think that, you're going to get knocked down.